Sometimes we do something, so society in general consider that as cringy. Or when majority of the publics are talking bad about that, talking cringy about that particular activity what we do, so somehow we start believing in that. And as we are believing that our attitude or the behavior is cringy attitude or behavior, so we start shedding that thing off from our character or our behavior, right? We think that that's something what's not natural to us. As a majority of the persons are speaking bad about, they are saying that thing as cringy, so we do not want to live with that behavior or the attitude. We just want to shed off from that particular thing, right? But if you'll ask yourself, did anyone teach you that thing? Because that cringy attitude or the cringy behavior, whatever you had, that you developed while you were growing up, right? It became part of your own growth, part of your own development. How you were brought up since your childhood to became whatever age you are. So till this journey, you developed the cringiness or whichever thing you consider as cringiness as part of your upbringing, right? So this part of your upbringing, you will have to think deeply. Is that really cringe? Why? Because society is saying about. I will tell you a very basic example. You might have seen cats, right? A majority of the cats, I shall say probably every cat, they play with their those, what you can say, laser light, or they play with different things, right? Those, I know, when we look at the cat playing with laser light, so it sounds a little cringy. And the same dog is playing with some bone or like desperate for bone, so that's like a little cringy to think about, right? The activity, we consider that a very silly activity, cringy activity. But don't you think that's defining the true nature of cat, true nature of dog? Think a cat without a playful attitude. Think a dog without having that hunger for bone or that whatever silly thing they do while chasing that. Don't you think that cringiness is only adding value to their life? The cringiness is making them a cat or a dog for what they are respected. So when they are being respected for the cringiness, as we have general understanding about them, so we human, don't you think we also have something special? We all humans are unique, we develop some activities, some habits, some some behavior which is unique to our own self. We don't share that activity or that behavior with every single person. We might share that with some similar kind of our kind, but not with everyone. But don't you think that that's making you unique? Be it whatever it is. I know people just make it a passion. So what makes you think a passion? Passion is, in simple sense, it's a cringe, right? The passion, your passion for the dance, the passion for the singing. So when you are into those things, that's, I know, that's your passion. You are living that life. But every single person won't praise you. Every single person won't have that, what you can say, good talks about those things. Some people will consider that as cringy attitude. You might have seen many street singer, many street dancer. As I know, as majority of the public appreciate those things. But there are some mass or so-called so sophisticated mass in our society who consider those activity as cringy attitude or cringy activity, right? They think that's something waste of time or something like this. Because this society is huge, we are like billions of humans. Around 8 billions of population we have on our earth. So think this 8 billion people, they will have their own thought process. They will think the way how they feel about. But don't you think that you have to live your life as you think about yourself? Because other person will say whatever they feel. Some person will praise, some will speak negative about, right? So do we have to leave the quality, the uniqueness? This is a deep thinking. I believe that we all shall think about. Because as cat is not leaving the catness, dog is not leaving the dogness. So don't you think that we human, what is unique quality with us, we shall not leave that? Because after all, that's making us what we are. Otherwise all humans would be like a set of mobiles. You might have seen like, for example, take iPhones, how many pieces are on market, like iPhone 14, 15, whatever it is, they all pieces are similar to each other. They don't have uniqueness. right? There is little like difference in color, but after all they are same. Think about the humans. We if think that all humans would be same piece or the same thing, same brand kind of. So don't you think this world would be too boring? So to make our world interesting, to make our world exciting, we have to flaunt these things, our cringiness, our the passion, how we feel about ourselves, right? Because after all, it's a very beautiful thing. I know people might laugh because who can't link with us, so definitely they will laugh or they will make fun of. But those person who are linking with us, who can connect themselves with us, think about those person, right? And those persons are majority who can connect with you. And these who speak negative about, they are very few, right? So I'm saying this much only. It's as per my understanding, how much I understand about this so-called cringy attitude, so-called our cringy passion. Every single passion is unique to you. Just live with that passion and flaunt your cringiness, because that's making you unique. That's making you you. Because I have my own cringiness, you might be having your own cringiness. Just flaunt it. Don't get afraid from that criticism or whatever people say about, because leave them. They are meant to say it, because it does not matter how much best or how much better you improve yourself, still they will talk negative about. There is nothing called a perfect definition of perfection. Whoever is trying to become perfect, still people are saying negative about. Does not matter how great personality you are. Think in our past there were many freedom fighters, there were many right activists. They all did great deeds, right? But still there are some persons who are against them. So you can understand every single person won't support you, but there are some person who will not just only support you, they will love you. So flaunt your cringiness, be you, whatever you are, right? So I'm sure with today's this discussion or this little our what you can say, thinking about the way how we feel, so you got a little understanding about that our cringiness is not cringiness. If it is cringy, be it whatever you say, but still that's my passion. I will live how I feel about myself. I will express my cringiness, because that's making me unique. That's making me me, right? That's making me different than other person. Otherwise all would be same, as I said the mobiles example. So with this, I believe that today's this little discussion we will take quite seriously, and you will start thinking about these things. And I always encourage you guys to flaunt yourself, how you feel about, while not indulging in others' life. Just flaunt yourself and respect others' life definitely, but still flaunt yourself, right? And yes, if you did not subscribe this channel, so I don't know why, please do that. And because this channel is all about these kind of I talk about these things. So there are a lot channels and there are a lot videos you can go and check out. They are very interesting. And yes, if you don't want to subscribe really due to some reason, so at least please mention in comment section, because that would be great help. That will at least guide me how to move forward. And yes, I want to grow this community as fast as possible. So please, at least subscribe, right? So by then, please take care.